Very good morning, students. Today I am going to explain how to control the speed of the motor using PWM technique. So in the previous classes, I have explained about the PWM techniques, how it works, what are the types of PWM techniques, everything I have explained. Today we are going to see practically how we are going to control the speed of the DC motor. So to control the DC motor, we need four components. First one, it is called as a controller. So I have selected the Arduino controller. This is the Arduino controller. This is the Arduino UNO controller. Next, I need a driver circuit. So there are various types of driver circuit is available. I have selected L293D driver circuit. Next, this is called as a motor, DC motor. And for the output display, I'm using the serial communication that is called as a serial monitor. These are the four components needed for controlling the speed of the stepper motor, DC motor. We can control AC motor, we can control the speed of the servo motor, stepper motor, any type of motors we can use. Okay. First, this is the Arduino controller. So here I'm going to take three pins. One is called as pin number 10, another one is pin number 9, another one is pin number 8. So this is called as a driver circuit. So what is the use of the driver circuit is the microcontroller output is only 5 volt. The motor it requires more than 5 volt. So what means the driver circuit, it will increase the voltage and it will increase the current depend upon the motor requirements. So this is the pin diagram of the L9293D driver circuit. So here this is called as two pins are supply. So I am connecting a 5 volt power supply and two pins are ground. So I am connected to the ground. So in this driver circuit, we can connect two motors. So one motor is connected to out 1 and 2. Another motor you can connect out 3 and 4. So this is called the input of second motor and this is the output of second motor. But we are going to control only a single motor. So we are going to take only the three input. This is the first motor input and this is the output. So out, if you take, there are two outputs, 3 and 6. It is connected to positive of the motor and negative of the motor. And pin number 10 is connected to the in 1. Pin 9 is connected to in 2. So if you give high in the pin number 10 and if you give low in pin number 2, what will happen means it will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. If you want to rotate in the reverse direction, so you have to change the polarity. Pin number 9 is connected to input 1, 10 is connected to input 2. We can do any type of connections. If you change the connections, automatically what will happen means the direction of the motor will change. So now 10 is connected to in 1 and 9 is connected to in 2. So if you connect this way, so the motor will rotate in clockwise direction. If you want to rotate in anti-clockwise direction, so you have to connect pin 9 is connected to in 1, 10 is connected to in 2. So the motor will rotate in reverse direction, forward and backward. Next, pin number 8 is connected to enable pin. So what is the use of the enable pin? So if you connect directly enable pin to 5 volt, so the motor speed will be constant. But now I am going to change the speed of the motor. So what I am doing means I am going to change the value. For example, if you give 5 volt, the motor will rotate at high speed. If I give 2.5 volt, the motor will rotate at half the amount of speed. 1500 is the, if you give 5 volt means the motor rotate will 1500. If you give 2.5 volt, it will rotate at 750 RPM. So if you give 1.25 means it is 375 RPM. So likewise, we can change the speed of the motor. So the pin number 8, we can change the value from 0 to 5 volt. So automatically the speed will get changed. So why you are connecting this serial monitor? So now what I am going to give some input. For example, default the motor will rotate, not rotate. So if you give some value, digital value I am giving means, for example, 255. So the motor that's called as 5 volt. The motor will rotate at very fast. And if you give 200 volt, so the motor will rotate as less speed. So here we can change the value. So if you want to control the speed, you can give the value here. Automatically based on this value, the speed of the motor will change. So here we can give the value 0 to 255. So if you give 0, the motor will stop. If you give 255, the motor will rotate at high speed. If you change the value, automatically the speed of the motor will change. This is all about the circuit connection of uh, PWM techniques. Next, you are going to see about the program. So very simple program. So here we are taking three pins. One is called as pin number 10, another one is pin number 9, another one is called as enable. So pin number 10 is called as an input pin 1, 9 is called as an input pin 2, and 8 is connected to enable 1. So here I am taking as a constant integer. All three are integer. I am taking this as a constant. So this is why I am taking as constant means I am not going to change. That is called as fixed. So I am taking as constant. But here the value will get changed. So I am taking as just an integer. Next, these three pins are called as output pin. So pin mode means whether you are going to use that pin as an input pin or output pin. So here I am going to use as an output pin. So pin mode, so pin number enable 1, so output. Next pin mode, input pin, output. So these three pins I'm going to initialize as output because microcontroller from is connected, the pin is connected to the driver circuit. So it is called as an output pin. Next, we are using a serial communication. So serial, when you are using a serial communication, you have to give the first baud rate. So first that is called as a 9600. Next line, it will print one values. In the serial monitor, it will display one value. Enter the values between 0 to 255. This will be printed in the serial monitor. For that, we are using that line. Next, it will come here. Now, I am giving the value 0. So, it will read the value. That value will be printed in the monitor. So, first, it will ask enter the value. Now I am giving some value 0. So it will receive the value and it will print in the serial monitor. After that, that speed value is 0. The 0 will go to the enable 1. So automatically what will happen means if you go to the enable 1, automatically the motor it will go all as unlock write because we are using 0 to 255. So that is called as an analog write. So what will happen means it will write the value. So 0 means what will happen means the motor will not rotate because the voltage is 0. Next you are giving high and low. This is called as pin number 10 always high. Pin number 2 is 9, it is always low. So now this is called as going to change the speed. 10 means the motor will on, but you have to give some supply. What is the speed? 0 means it will not rotate. Suppose I am giving some 100. So what will happen means automatically the speed will get changed. So now you can see the demo. So now I'm going to play. Here we could right click and go to virtual terminal. So it is asking enter the value between 0 to 255. So now I am giving the value 255. So the motor is rotating in the clockwise direction. So now I am giving the value 0. So the motor will get stopped. Now I am giving the value 128. It will rotate slowly. When you give 255, the motor will rotate very fast. So depend upon the values, the speed of the motor will gets changed. This is called as PWM techniques. Thank you.